It's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon and it's pretty hot today. I'm wearing all white right now. Now it's kind of weird because I'm wearing actually a Porsche. I'm wearing a Porsche shirt and I'm in a Miata. So right now I'm gonna explain to you guys what the heck happened to Casper the Miata. Welcome back guys to Carspiration. If you're new to the channel, this is my Mazda Miata. Now I'm gonna be explaining what happened to it. I didn't get into much detail in the last video, so let's go explain it now. Go, 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 go! Woo! Guys, I just want to give you a quick update. The race for the Miata Spec Series will be on August 27th. So it's gonna be 2 races in one day. I'm pretty excited, but at the same time I'm kind of scared because I didn't really get to practice as much for this upcoming race. Because yeah, the issue happened. So the car was mostly in Cabuyao, but thankfully Mazda was really kind enough to give me service for what just happened. But yeah, wish me luck. If you guys can make it, it's in Clark International Speedway. So we finally made it. Let's turn off the car. Ta-da. Now I'm gonna discuss with you what happened with the car. Quick walk around as well, and my experience so far with the Miata Cup car. The whole transmission has been replaced, and it wasn't really light on the wallet, of course. It was pretty expensive as usual, especially coming from a Casa dealership. So what did happen was, we all thought actually that it was the fluid that was causing the problem. We thought it was the motor fluid, maybe it was overheating too much or something. But ended up being the play of how the drivers actually drive. So it actually could be driver error as well. Now, they all, I'm not the only one who actually got the transmission change. There were a couple other drivers, and we all had the same problem. And what the mechanics noticed is that, yeah, it was mostly on the driver's play on the shifter. Now the Miata is like an old sports car. You need to shift it like an old sports car. You can't just like yank the shifter thinking that all of it's okay. It really has to be really taken care of. And of course, you really want to preserve the transmission. Thankfully, a lot of my friends have been giving me advice. My friends who are actually race car drivers and past race car drivers, they gave me good advice on how to preserve the transmission during the race. Now, I'm gonna try my best to preserve it because, you know, it's a really expensive option to change the whole transmission. Now, thankfully, the previous transmission, that's still rebuildable. So I'm gonna be rebuilding the previous transmission and using that as a spare. So yeah, so far that's the problem that I went through with the Mazda Miata. Now, it could be driver error, I'm not sure yet. But so far, that's what it is. Now with the problem out of the way, let's go on a quick walk around and tour on what my thoughts and feelings are with the Miata Cup car and the ND2 in general. Now let's just talk about the quick specs. It's running on Rota mags, running on GT Radial Champiro SX2s, not the best. And of course, all the sponsorships are here. It's sponsored by Shell as well, sponsored by GT Radial. Every race we get a new set. Sponsored by Rota. These mags I actually had to buy. The previous set, which is the alloy, it was sponsored by Rota, so it came with the car. We have Cusco. We have a Cusco roll cage, so if I shake it as much as I can, nothing happens to it. And of course, it's sponsored by Sparco as well. Sparco Grid Q. For me, not the best seats for daily drivability, but I just put the cushion here. And of course, we have the Sparco steering wheel. It looks really good. Actually, I'm a big fan of it. Now, we actually are gonna get a steering wheel adapter. I'm not yet sure when we're gonna get it, but so far everything else in the interior is stock. And then under, we actually have the metal piece, the metal flooring. But I just covered it with the mat. It's a bit slippery when I'm wearing regular shoes, even with the Sparco shoes. Actually, I guess it's also carrying the drift exhaust. It's okay. Not the biggest fan of drift, but just do with what you got with what we have, right? It sounds okay. It's a bit more raspy than the usual tone of what a Miata sounds like, but once it's warmed up, it's actually okay. It sounds pretty good. Now with the Mazda Miata, the ND2, when I drive it, I just feel like I'm in a Porsche, honestly. Now my father actually has a GT3, and it's manual as well, and I just can't help but kind of say, do I dare say this, but it's like a low-powered Porsche in my opinion. Of course, front engine, but rear-wheel drive, it just feels really amazing. The torque is amazing. There's no torque dip in this, and it just keeps going and going. And this is my experience from the track. It's really an amazing car. I'm really having fun with the ND2. Now I do have future plans for this wrap, and the stripes, actually I plan to make it a bit lighter, more on the metallic side. But so far I'm gonna do that maybe after the season, because I just want to use up the wrap first, and I'm really happy about it. Now if I can find a picture, I'm gonna put it up here. This wrap of my friend Migs. He's car number 25 and I'm car number 18. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, we have the Sparkle pull, the tow hook, Sparkle tow hook, really strong. We actually pulled Migs once with this, because he got beached in Clark, and we used the pickup truck to just pull it, and it actually works really well. It really showed me how strong this is, and I'm really happy that I can rely on this if ever I get beached. Now, what is Fino Bespoke? If you're wondering, it's the line of bags that I'm doing with my with the owner of Fino and my father. We're doing a line of bags, actually. We're doing it with Secret Fresh. So if you know Secret Fresh, I'm doing it with Big Boy Cheng, Boss Biggs. So I'm super excited for the line that's coming out. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the ND2 Miata Cup car and the ND2 in general. Just, if you want it to last longer, just don't shift it the way you shift the Porsche GT2 RS or any other high performance supercar, because this is meant to be a sports car for everyone. It's a classic formula. It's a beautiful formula, actually. Small, a bit stubby, but long hood, and six-speed manual. Just enough power, just enough to make you smile. And yeah, it's a really amazing car. I'm really happy that we got this car. And if you were gonna make me compare it to the Yaris, driving pleasure-wise, I like the crunch of the Yaris's shifter more. But this one just gives a different vibe, that knowing that you're low down, you're in a sports car, you're in a two-door coupe, and it just really looks so sexy in general. So there it is, guys. That's my thoughts and a quick and a walk around on the Miata Cup car. Now I'm happy I finally told you guys this problem. I've been wanting to get it out of my chest for a while. Tell me what you think. Are you guys ND2 owners as well? Either ND1 or ND2. Either way, both are great cars. Super happy you guys got to watch the vlog, and I'll see you guys soon.